Counsel to Wallone and Kyaw Soe Oo.
These documents on Wallone and Kyaw Soe Oo, and in the spur of the moment decided...
It was about a week ago, so the two wives of the journalist have submitted a really heartfelt letter just saying, look, we know that our husbands have not done anything wrong, and as you know, Kyaw Soe Oo has a 3-year-old daughter. At the prison, he can't, it's all divided by glass, so you know the only time he's been able to see and touch his family members has actually been during the trial proceedings themselves, and Wallone has become a first-time father and never met his baby. So the two wives have sort of written to the government to say, please issue a pardon, not because they've done anything wrong, but because this is the only way for them at this point to get out of prison.
A foundational UN document has the right to seek and receive.
You know, if you look at the speech that Aung San Suu Kyi made when she received the Nobel Peace Prize, she said, I am here because I was once a political prisoner. And her message was, one political prisoner is one too many, and she asked people to help political prisoners wherever they may be. Well, that's exactly the message that we have to her now, is to say, you know, we have hope that you will do the right thing in this case, because these are not ideas that are being imposed on you. These are your own principles that you've espoused. You know, you fought for so many years to be freed from the same prison where they now sit. And now you have the power to actually remedy this injustice today, if you wanted to. And we're very much hoping that that's what she will do. And in doing so, not only put these two broken families back together, but also set her country back on a path towards the rule of law, towards a proper democracy, and to start to fulfill the promises that she made to her people when she got into office.
Let's watch a short video about these two brave journalists.
This case is about much more than just two innocent men. I mean, if you care about press freedom, you care about this case because it sets a precedent. So if these people are locked up, then other people are too scared to do the kind of reporting that they do. And the kind of reporting that they do is important for all of us because it tells us what's going on in the world. And it's, you know, without a free press, you cannot have democracy because you don't know how to judge what your government's doing. And in too many countries around the world, we're seeing autocratic regimes lock up anyone who criticizes them and use a whole host of laws to basically criminalize speech and quash dissent. And you have to fight every single time that happens.
Published the explosive story of what happened at Indin. We published those photographs too. Wallone and Kyaw Soe Oo gave us their full support, preventing us from publishing the account of the massacre. Intimidation was severe. Practice of democracy, and those cannot flourish without the 360 years. To be strenuously impartial in our gathering of information. Gathering, scare sources and whistleblowers, dim the spotlight of
I want them out. Every single day they're in prison is a terrible injustice and a terrible black mark against the support for free press. And free press is so important everywhere in the world. And we're really hopeful that she'll see that, and she'll see the importance of press freedom in Yangon and make an important statement that these people should be freed.
It's obviously really difficult, but they are, you know, they actually supported the publication of the story even after they knew they were in personal jeopardy. They are young, brave, you know, journalists like Wallone and Kyaw Soe Oo are the heroes of our generation, and we must all do everything we can to protect them. But I think it's heartbreaking on a personal level. You know, they really have the courage of their convictions, but at the same time, they're, you know, barely 30 years old. They're being separated from the people they love, from their wives, from their babies. And I think we could all just relate to how absolutely crushing that must be.
Needs to feature squarely on the agenda. In a moment.
They know they did nothing wrong. They believe in the work they did. They've been very supportive of our continuing to do the reporting that we're doing. It's no picnic to be in prison for 9 months in Yangon, and we very much want to get them out, but I'm so impressed with how strong and resilient they are.
The jailing of journalists is a brutal form of censorship that is having a profound impact on the flow of information around the world. The time has come to speak out and to name names.
There, he and his colleague, Kyaw Soe Oo, were given documents rolled up in